Welcome to the new video on welfare economics. Welfare economics is a branch of economics which uses the microeconomic techniques to evaluate well-being of the society. Normally, welfare would be maximized in a society, or well-being of the society will be maximized in a perfectly competitive market. So competition maximizes the social well-being, or competition maximizes the welfare of the society is the fundamental assumption of welfare economics. It is obvious that the social well-being or welfare of the society cannot be maximized under imperfect markets of monopolistic competition, oligopoly. So welfare will be maximized in a competitive market, in a perfectly competitive market. So anyway, this is a branch of this is a microeconomic branch of economics, deals with how allocation of resources affect the well-being of the society. The term well-being used in this video refers to welfare of the society. This, so this is the definition of welfare economics, as I already mentioned now. This is welfare economics is a branch of economics, deals with alternative economic situations from the point of view of society's welfare or society's well-being. So it deals with some alternative economic situations which affect the welfare of the which affect the utility of the individuals in the society. Society includes both consumers and producers. In one sense, or as the points put forward by some economists, welfare will be maximized when, or the total welfare is equal to consumer surplus or and producer surplus. So when both producer surplus and consumer surplus are maximized, the society's welfare is maximized. According to some other economics, it is only consumer surplus which is treated as the indicator of increase in social welfare. Anyway, it can be measured in different ways. Um, so this is welfare economics is the study of how allocation of resources, how allocation of goods among the consumers affect the social welfare, whether it is able to increase the utility or decrease the utility, determine the level of social welfare. It also suggests the ways for which the social welfare can be increased to the desirable level. So welfare economics is a microeconomic branch of economics which deals with which evaluate how allocation affects welfare, how allocation affects utility of the individuals in the society. It also suggests the ways, means for which the society's well-being can be maximized, or it can be increased to the desirable level. It welfare economics relates to the study of economic efficiency and income distribution. So the dead weight loss is an important concept. You have to remember, you have to study while studying welfare economics. So what does dead weight loss in economics mean? Dead weight loss simply means the cost of the society incurred due to lack of efficiency in the economy. It is the cost of the incurred by the society due to the lack of efficient allocation of resources. So allocative efficiency is important here. Allocative efficiency should be ensured. Productive efficiency also should be ensured while for having increased level of well-being of the society. So it measures how how the factors of economic efficiency and income distribution affect the society's well-being. The welfare economics also deals with that. It also gives us the definition of welfare economics. It provides us the measures how the utility is being measured, and it also makes some individual society comparison of welfare. So welfare economics is in fact a part of the normative view of economics. So it essentially influences government policies or public policies. The public policies will be guided by the criteria of welfare economics. So welfare economics provides the tools to guide the public policy. How should be the public policy? So what should be the public policy, and how should in what way the public policy should bring the desirable result to the society. So it is to achieve the beneficial economic outcome for the society as a whole. So the public policy will be influenced, it will be guided by the measures of welfare economics. It seeks to evaluate the economic policies in terms of their how will it affect the society, how will it affect the utility, how will it affect the social well-being or social welfare. So welfare economics and government policy are in fact highly interrelated. So let's now look at a brief look at the tools of welfare economics. We are not going to the details of the tools of welfare economics, and which we will go into the detail in the coming classes. So let's look at the two types of tools of welfare economics to evaluate the how the allocation of resources and income distribution affect the social well-being, and what are the ways to increase the social well-being. So cost benefit analysis is one of the tools used by the welfare economics. It measures the strengths and weaknesses of various alternative projects, various alternative policies. So strengths and weaknesses will be measured. It can be materialized by giving some values to the benefits and cost likely to be incurred by the society from a particular project. So cost benefit analysis should be done. It will be done to measure the likely outcome on the society, likely welfare on the society. Another tool is social welfare function. There are so many social welfare functions developed by many economists, starting from the classical economists of Adam Smith, A.C. Pigou, then Marshallian social criterion is also famous. Higgsian view is also famous, and that will be Jeremy Bentham's criteria of total utility, utility of the society will be increased. Then social welfare increases when total utility increases. That is Jeremy Bentham's policy criteria of welfare. Then we have Pareto optimality criterion of that is the most important social welfare criterion in economics. And we have Calder-Hicks compensation criterion or new welfare economics. We have Sitowitzky criterion. We have so many criteria for measuring the effect of allocation of resources on social well-being or welfare of the society. And we are not going to the detail in this video itself, so we haven't time enough to deal with all things or in a single class, and we will go to the detail in the coming classes. So the tools of welfare economics are basically two. One is cost benefit analysis and another one is social welfare functions. There are so many social welfare criteria developed by various welfare economists. and we will conclude this video by looking at the aims of welfare economics. We have talked about already the aims of welfare economics in the previous slides, and we will be concluding this presentation by looking at the aims of welfare economics. Welfare economics measures how does economic system, or how do the economic systems affect social welfare. So how it measures how the allocation of goods, allocation of resources affect the well-being of the society. So in one sense, the society's welfare will be increased when there is increase in consumer surplus and or producer surplus. When there is increase in consumer surplus, we can say that the society's welfare has increased, utility has maximized. So that is one way of measuring welfare of the society. And moreover, welfare economics influences public policies or government policies, and it sets how should the government policy, how should be the government policy, and how should the government policy affect the society positively. So what are the ways for increasing the society's well-being? For example, we have already talked about the consumer surplus. When the price level is greater than expected, the consumer surplus will be normally lower, and social welfare will also be lower. As consumer surplus is lower, social welfare will also be lower on a particular commodity. This is the partial analysis of equilibrium. And so in order to protect the welfare, in order to increase the welfare, what the government should do? Government should set the price ceiling on certain commodities in order to save the consumers from reducing the consumer surplus. So price ceiling should be determined by the government in certain cases to protect the social welfare. So those kinds of ways and policies should be adopted by the government. So that is the duty of welfare economics, to guide the policies in that way, to in the way in which the society's welfare can be increased. And welfare economics, the most important part of welfare economics is it suggests several criteria and number of criteria to criteria for maximizing social welfare. So this is the welfare economics all about. So in the coming classes, we will go to the detail of social welfare function. Thank you.